Aloha! I am so delighted to be on this beautiful beach this morning doing our meditation from the island of Hawaii in the Hawaiian Islands, also called the Big Island. My name is Debra Baker and I thank you for joining me. I hope you are able to catch a little bit of this energy as you watch this meditation and maybe just listen, because we usually meditate with our eyes closed, and I'll have some photos and videos at the end so you can catch a glimpse of the seashore behind me. So let's begin with our nice deep breath. 3 really nice deep breaths, breathing all the way deep into your belly. Exhaling a little bit longer than you inhale. I'm trying to speak a little louder because I know the ocean sound behind me is probably louder than my usual background noise, although there's a nice bird over there I can hear. So my guides and I have been discussing what the theme of this meditation will be, and this island is almost all volcanic rock in various stages of, of course all the islands are, but it is really visible here. There's lots of black sand beaches, there's black lava rocks everywhere, and this one's full of some sand too, which is kind of sweet. But when you feel this energy, you can feel it just being so willing to release anything that you're holding on to. So first, let's release all the tension from our bodies, beginning with our feet. Curl your feet in, your toes in, and just squeeze your feet for a second. And then let go. And now your calves and your shins, so point your toes and tighten up your calf muscles. Hold it for a second and release, and then pull your toes back toward your face so that you're tightening up your shin muscles. Sometime when you are doing your relaxation by yourself, you can also turn your feet toward each other and tighten up the muscles on the insides of your lower legs, and then away from each other and the outsides of your lower legs if you like. And now let's, there's a fly here that decided he really likes me. Okay, let's do the tops, the fronts of our thighs, tightening up those quads. Just pull them tight and then let them go. And then your hamstrings and the muscles on the backs of your legs, just tighten them up for a second and let them go. And just sit for a second, nice deep breath all the way into your legs to the tips of your toes. Just breathe into your legs, releasing any stress or tension. If you've got anything going on with your legs, let that go too. And now let's do everything in the pelvic floor, the glutes, all the muscles around your sit bones, your lower torso. Just kind of tighten up. If you are sitting, everything, all the muscles and that you're sitting on, just tighten all that up for a second. Hold it, and then sink down into it. And now imagine like tightening up all the muscles around your pelvic girdle. So you pull in from the front, the sides, the back, and just tighten it all up there. Hold on to it for a second, and let it go. And now your midsection. Pull all your muscles in your midsection tight. For a second and let it go. And now your rib cage. So your lower rib cage. Let's do this gradually. So pull all the muscles around your ribs. Just kind of like hug your ribs in tight. Breathe in, let it go. And now let's do the upper rib cage in our arms. So give yourself a hug. Squeeze it tight. And then let it go. And then bring it to the back. pull your shoulder blades back. Tightening an ab muscle. Sorry, having a muscle cramp. Okay, there we go. Now let's do our hands. Tighten your hands, let them go. And then pull your arms in so that you're tightening up these muscles. And then back, tightening up the muscles on the tops of your lower arms. And now pull your biceps, tighten your biceps. And your triceps. Doesn't that feel good? And now let's do all around the upper body and the neck in four steps. So we'll pull your chin down to your chest. Imagine squeezing like a little tangerine in there. Let it go. And then to one side. Bring your shoulder up to your ear and squeeze it. And let it go. To me that feels so good. And then to the back. Gently. To the other side. I don't know about you, but my body is feeling so relaxed right now. And now, do your head and your face. So pull your facial muscles in tight. And let them go all the way up to the crown of your head. So I invite you to imagine that you are sitting next to me on this rock here in Hawaii, feeling this energy, this release energy. I'm trying to keep track of my time. There we go. So we've got plenty of time left. So I invite you to think about everything that you should yourself, everything you should be, everything you think you should do, everything you think you should not do, all those shoulds. Look at this cool little shell I found. Sweet. Let's just think about all the shoulds and just bring them up. Imagine you bring all your shoulds up into your hands here. And I would imagine that you can hear the wind blowing. So let's just feel all of those shoulds kind of dry up. You should be doing this for that person, and you should be doing this for that person, and you should be, accommodating everybody in your life. What about you? So imagine all of those shoulds, whatever they are, just kind of sitting there in your hands, drying up as Goddess Pele from this beautiful volcanic island comes up and just dries up your shoulds, and they blow away. I had the most amazing experience of seeing an actual lava flow, the red lava coming up out of the earth, and it was just, oh my gosh, the energy of it. It was so exciting to think about Earth. Earth is being reborn all the time, just like we are being reborn all the time. And sometimes we need to let go of stuff in order to be reborn. In order to make room for the new lava. And lava is a great metaphor, because sometimes when the lava flows, it just comes, it doesn't ask permission. It doesn't say, may I please flow in this area over here. It just comes. And when we become agreeable with the infinite, when we allow the infinite, like the lava, to flow, it will flow in amazing places. So yesterday we were hiking on some rocks in the south point of this island, which is actually the southernmost point in the United States. And I lost my cell phone. And I had just earlier that day talked to some people who were saying, my God is a mighty God and nothing is too big for my God. And I thought, how on earth am I going to find my cell phone in all of these rocks? And I just kept affirming, my God is a big God. Guide me, God. Guide me, God. And it wasn't too long, and I took a step, and there it was, right there on the rocks. And I invite you to know that your God is a mighty God. The infinite, the one presence and the one power is so much bigger than we ever think it is. Because, you know, we acclimate to being in these little human bodies, and we forget that there is so much more to us, because we are infinite souls having these wonderful human experiences. So some of those experiences have memories of pain, right? So I invite you, because we're doing a release video, to think about times when you were in pain, and particularly emotional pain, because when our bodies heal, the physical pain goes away, but it's the emotional pain and the trauma attached to that physical pain that gives us trouble later on. Let's just allow whatever memories come up to be healed. Betrayal. You know, we've all experienced betrayal in our lives. I experienced betrayal from people who were really close to me. And I would bet that most people have at some point or another, because we are living these human experiences through these human personalities. And while our souls and our infinite selves are whole and perfect, our human personalities are limited and imperfect, and we do the best we can with what we've got. I remember, you know, we had this set of knives that was subpar, but I didn't know, you know, they were the knives we had, and we got some new knives, and it was like, oh, cutting up things like vegetables and fruit can be this easy. And so, you know, we don't know until we know. We get along with what we have. We deal with what we have while we have it, until something new comes along, till new lava flows in. So let's let go of, just take a moment, listening to the surf. Imagining the surf coming in your pain, your betrayals, your suffering, all of those things that you have a hard time letting go of. Feel the ocean come in, pick them up and take them out to sea. It's pretty amazing. And then, as we are making room for something new, let's think about what would you like? After my experience yesterday, it taught me that what I would like is to believe all the time that my God is a mighty God, or that my higher power is, you know, bigger and more amazing than I ever thought. That the universe is conspiring on my behalf. Look at this cool coral. Isn't that neat? Just sitting here on the rock next to me. Somebody must have found it. So what would you like to welcome in? I would like to welcome in being more peaceful all the time. Taking this kind of energy of the ebb and flow of life, and this, you know, the energy of this lava is so powerful that when we landed here on Sunday night, it almost took my breath away. It's like, okay, it was like the earth is saying, give it to me. I can take it. Whatever it is that you got to let go of, give it to me. And I have been all week. I've been thinking about what I want to let go of, and a lot of it is expectations. I've heard that expectations are premeditated resentments, meaning when we have expectations, we're setting ourselves up for disappointment, for, you know, being mad at somebody, whatever. So So let's let go of expectations. That doesn't mean that we don't plan. You can plan actions, but you can't plan results. So think about what expectations you have. I think some of my expectations are when I do something for someone, or I have a gift for someone and I expect them to be happy, or I expect them to react in a certain way. And that's silly, you know. I would like to just absorb the joy that I have in the giving and allow the energy to go where it goes. And when I let go of those expectations, it's crazy how, you know, wonderful things come to me, and I create spaces for things, acts, love, energy to come to me from unexpected sources. Because some of our expectations, a lot of people expect that all of their money is going to come from their job, or their Social Security check, or their retirement income, or, you know, their spouse's job. And we live in an infinite, abundant universe. There's no end to the sand on this beach. There's no end to the waves coming in. We live in an abundant universe, and when we stop limiting ourselves, our income, our prosperity to a certain source, then we become open to just all kinds of crazy things. Like, you know, getting an unexpected check in the mail, getting a refund for something you didn't realize you'd overpaid for, you know, having somebody give you something, or a debt forgiven. Let's let go of our expectations about where our prosperity comes from and open ourselves to the infinite. You know, I sometimes think the infinite is knocking on the door, and we think, well, I wasn't expecting anyone at this time, so I'm not going to answer. I wasn't expecting something, so I'm going to, you know, turn away. Let's open ourselves to abundance in every area of our lives, in every way possible, so that we can meet wonderful new people, so that we can experience more and more love in more and more ways. Let's take a nice deep breath. Imagine that you are breathing in this ocean air. Pacific Ocean gifting you letting go of what no longer serves, welcoming in the new, the wonder and the wonderful, because you deserve it, because you are whole and perfect and beautiful and lovely and loving and lovable exactly as you are. So the infinite presence in me honors and recognizes and loves the infinite presence in you. Namaste.